How did you transition out of your playing career and get into what you're doing now?
My trajectory was a little bit different, probably because I signed after my junior year at Western Michigan University with the Boston Bruins. That
Mhm.
summer, I had a really bad concussion. I went into the boards going full speed. I missed about a year and a half of hockey. Missed my whole first year of my first NHL contract. A lot of people thought I would never play again. I did wind up coming back for my second year, but I got a concussion that year that wasn't as bad. But I missed 2 months. And then my third year pro, I got another concussion. Wasn't as bad, but I missed 2 months again. And after that third, relatively bad one, which was already like probably my like eighth or ninth concussion, I was like, okay, I don't know if I ever get a bad one again. Like my career's over. So I wanted to start doing something for life after hockey, whenever that may be. And so I started my training company after my third year pro, where I would just come home in the off season and pro guys would work out with me from like 6:30 to 9:30 a.m. And then I would just start training athletes after that. And every year I built it up bigger, 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 bigger until the last year I played pro over in Europe, my 10th year. I worked with 300 players that summer, just myself. So when I retired, I stepped into a pretty large business already working with high level hockey players.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's so smart to start doing things while you're still playing, so you have something to do after.
100%. And like we've had on our the Hockey Think Tank podcast, we've had on a guy from the NHL who they did all these studies on players and stuff while they're playing. And they found that players who work on things other than hockey, other interests, other things that they might do life after, it helped them play better in the season in the NHL. So it opens up different pathways in your brain and stuff. Made me a better player by coaching, like actually coaching every day. So yeah, there's a bunch of benefits.
Yeah, it's great to have more aspects of your identity than just the sport.
Very important, actually.
So, how do you define success for yourself and determine what you want to pursue?
Um, for me now in life after hockey, it would be success to me is being able to do what I want, when I want, with who I want. Um, that's that's a it's not necessarily like I need to make this much money or I need to work this many days or not work this many days. It's I want to do what I like to do when I want to do it with who I want to do it with. And to me, like that's and enjoying what you do every day. Like truly, like I've never worked a day in my life. I was a pro hockey player for 10 years. And, now I'm a performance coach, strength coach, whatever you want to call me, since that time. So, like, those are the only two jobs I've ever had in my life.
Yeah,
Job.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So, here's an interesting question for you. What is the biggest differentiator between elite athletes and athletes who might not make it as far in hockey, you think?
Other than, other than natural talent and ability,
Yeah.
uh, and this is across all sports because I've trained a couple NFL guys now, a
Mhm.
major league cross guy, and then obviously thousands of hockey players. Um, it's mindset. If all things are equal as far as talent or at least close, it's mindset in that
Mhm.
guys and the girls who make it the furthest, like they come to get better every single day, whether that's practice, training, they take care of their body with more intention, what they're putting into their body, food, drinks, all that stuff. They just have more intentionality in every single thing they do. And that sounds like, oh, it's not a big deal. It is a big deal because, every rep of everything they're doing, eating, sleeping, training, video, they're getting everything they can out of it. Where some players just do things to check the box, they just do things, and that will never help you maximize your abilities.
Yeah, that's so true. So important.
Yeah.
What's your best advice for how to push yourself out of your comfort zone?
Define your why. Define your why. Most people, like I had a really good meeting with this really successful businessman yesterday who was helping me with my business.
Uh,
And his daughter has like a rare disease. And so he's almost breaking down, crying, talking to me like it looked like, and he's saying like, I hate working out. We start talking about exercising. It's like, I hate
mhm.
working out, but I have to work out because he has to be able to pick up his daughter who's like 60 pounds right now. She's only going to get bigger. And, you know, she's basically like dead weight, like when he picks her up. And so like he has to have a healthy spine, healthy shoulders, healthy knees. He has to have strength. He probably has to have a little bit of power in case he drops, has to catch her or something, right? And so I said, like, every single day, do you define your why? Like when you get to the gym, especially since you don't enjoy working out, that is even more important. I want you to lay down on the ground right before you start working out. And I want you to think about your daughter. And I want you to think about why you need to work your ass off in this gym session right now today, not any other one, just right in front of you right now. Why am I here? Why am I doing this? And I think that that applies to everyone. Most people say they have a goal, but they don't define why they want that goal or like what that means, you know, and you can't start the what or the how unless you decide on well, what do I want to do? And then it's why do I want to do it? And then you go through the how, and that's, you know, actually doing the things with intention. But most people do not define their why. They don't state their why. They're not constantly reading it. Like you should have reminders of your why everywhere in your house, on all your note, like everything, constantly reminding you, why am I doing the things I'm doing, so that you do them with more intention.
Yeah, that's super powerful and super important. Definitely important to stay focused. So, last question. What are the two biggest things you preach to the athletes you work with?
Um, Two biggest things. One, it's that like not time's running out, but like
Mhm.
you have a very short, smart. You have a very short or small or
Yeah.
smart, any of those three. You have a very short window to be an athlete, right? Like it's not. If you live to be 100, and we look at higher level athletics, which are the athletes I work with, you
Yeah.
know, junior college, like that might be 5 years, that might be 6 years, might be 7 years, you know, 7 years, right? Like I play, even with me, I played pro. I played 3 years of juniors, 3 years of college, 10 years pro. That's only 16 years. If I live to be 100, you know, what is that? 84 years of my life are not geared towards high level hockey. So like you have to really be intentional with your time and dialed in, because your career compared to your life, career, rest of your life. So like really do every single thing you can, because if you don't, you will live with regret for the rest of your life. I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have gone to that Friday workout. I wish I would have went to sleep at a reasonable time every night so I could recover. I wish I would have eaten better. I wish I would have watched more video. And believe me, I've seen it my whole life, because I wasn't one of those guys. I did the opposite. I did everything I could. And all my friends who didn't make it as far as I did, but who were more skilled than me, way more skilled than me, are I wish guys. And they regret it. And that's like one of the most powerful things possible. Live in a way that you will not regret not doing things, not trying. That's my number one. I guess if I had one more, it would just be win the day, you know, and it goes along with that. But it's like, control what you can control. Too many people, myself included, when I was younger, you know, I didn't start being able to do this until I was probably a couple of years into my pro career, maybe like 4. I was already probably over in Europe. And too many people worry about this, that, the other thing. Does coach like me? Why am I not on power play? Why am I on the third line? I'm better than her, but she's on the first line. Am I going to get scouted? Am I going to get a scholarship? Am I going to get a pro? All of these things that are outside of your physical control, what you can control right now today: attitude, energy, effort, intentionality, you know, all of those things. If you focus on all of those things today, go to sleep, recover, wake up tomorrow, only focus on what I can control today. Only that, not in a week, not in a month. What can I freaking do today that gets me to what I'm saying my goals are, closer? And you do that every single day. It's like good day, good day, good day, good day, good day, good day. And it's like, it's hard to see where that goes to, but the whole goal is that you're stacking wins. And all of a sudden in a month, you're here. In 6 months, you're here. In a year, you're here. In 5 years, you're here. But the same thing is true when you don't do things, you know, you're going that way. So for me, like, simply win the day, recover, wake up, repeat over and over and over and over again.
Awesome. That's the best thing I've heard. Thank you. That's all my